Welcome, everyone. In this listening practice, I want you to take a slow breath, not a fast one, a slow one. Let your shoulders relax, let your face soften, let your mind slow down. You do not need to rush right now. You do not need to do anything. You only need to listen. Most people move through life without stopping. They react before they think. They answer before they feel. They agree before they understand. This listening is different. This is a pause. This is a moment of awareness. Boundaries are not something aggressive. They are not loud. They are not dramatic. Boundaries are calm decisions. They are quiet choices. They are internal strength. When you learn to set boundaries, you learn to respect yourself. And when you respect yourself, life becomes clearer. As you listen, remember something important. You are not only listening to motivation, you are also learning English. Your ears are learning rhythm, your brain is learning structure, your confidence in English is growing naturally. You do not need to understand every word perfectly. Understanding the feeling is enough. Now let us begin gently. Lesson number 1. Respect your own choices. Your choices are important, even the small ones, especially the small ones. Every day you make decisions. Some are quick, some are slow. Some feel easy, but some feel heavy. What to eat, what to watch, when to rest, when to say yes, when to say no. Many people ignore their own choices. They follow what others expect. They follow habits without thinking. They follow fear instead of truth. But your life is built by your own decisions, not by others' opinions, not by pressure, not by noise. When you respect your choices, you tell yourself something powerful. You say, I trust myself. And trust creates calm. Trust creates direction. The advice here is simple and deep. Before choosing, pause. Ask yourself, what feels right? In English, remember this sentence, I choose this. Say it slowly. I choose this. That sentence gives you control. Lesson number 2. Hear your inner signals. Inside you, there is a quiet signal. It does not shout. It does not rush. It speaks softly, but it speaks often. It appears as a feeling, a tension, a sense of comfort or discomfort. Many people ignore this signal. They think logic is everything. They think pushing is strength. But this inner signal exists for a reason. It is built from experience, from memory, from learning. When something feels wrong, your body knows before your mind explains. Ignoring this signal creates confusion. Listening to it creates clarity. The lesson is not dramatic, it is gentle. Slow down enough to listen. In English, practice this sentence. This doesn't feel right. Say it calmly. You are allowed to trust yourself. This doesn't feel right. Lesson number 3. Protect your energy. Energy is invisible, but its effect is clear. At the end of some days, you feel tired for no clear reason. Not physical tiredness, mental tiredness. Some conversations drains you. Some environments exhaust you. Some routines empty you slowly. You do not need to explain why something drains you. You only need to notice it. Protecting your energy is not selfish, it is responsible. When your energy is low, everything feels harder. But when your energy is protected, life flows better. The advice is very practical. Pay attention to how you feel after people and places. In English, remember this phrase: I need space. Space allows recovery. Recovery creates strength. Lesson number 4. Respect your limits. Everyone has limits, even disciplined people, even strong people. Limits are not signs of weakness, they are signs of awareness. Your body has limits, your mind has limits, your emotions have limits. When you ignore limits, stress increases, mistakes grows, joy disappears. Respecting limits is an intelligent decision. It prevents burnouts, it preserves clarity. You do not need to prove anything by suffering. You do not need to push all the time. The lesson is clear. Know when to pause. In English, remember this sentence: I've done enough. Enough is a healthy word. Lesson number 5. Your opinion matters. Your opinion matters even when it is different, even when it is unpopular. You see the world through your experiences. Your perspective is unique. It has value. Many people stay silent to avoid conflict, but they hide their thoughts, they minimize themselves, but silence over time becomes frustration. You can express yourself calmly. You can speak without attacking. You can be honest and respectful. The advice is balanced. Do not silence yourself to keep peace. In English, practice this sentence: This is my opinion. Say it without fear. Your voice has space in the world. Lesson number 6. You do not need to explain yourself all the time. Well, truth hurts, but you do not need to explain yourself all the time. You really don't. Many people feel the need to justify every choice. They explain why they are tired. They explain why they said no. They explain why they changed plans. This habit often comes from fear. Fear of being judged, fear of being misunderstood, fear of disappointing others. But explaining too much takes energy. It creates pressure, it creates doubt. Confidence is quiet. It does not argue. It does not defend constantly. When you explain less, you feel lighter. You feel calmer. You feel more grounded. You are allowed to make choices without permission. You are allowed to keep things simple. The lesson here is gentle but firm. Say what is necessary, not more. In English, remember this sentence: This is my decision. Say it slowly. This is my decision. You do not owe long explanations. Lesson number 7. Respect your time alone. Time alone is essential, not optional, essential. Being alone does not mean you are a lonely person. It means you are listening to yourself. In silence, your thoughts organize. In quiet moments, your emotions settle. In solitude, you reconnect. Many people are afraid of being alone. They fill every moment with noise, with screams, with conversations, with too many people. But constant stimulations creates confusion. The mind needs to rest too. Respecting your time alone is a powerful boundary. It tells the world you value your inner peace. The advice is simple: schedule moments just for you. In English, practice this sentence: I need time alone. Say it without guilt. Alone time is healthy. Lesson number 8. You are allowed to change your mind. Just remember something: you are always allowed to change your mind. Completely allowed. Growth changes perspective. Learning changes priorities. Experience changes direction. What felt right last year may not feel right now. And that is normal. Some people stay stuck because they fear judgment. They fear looking inconsistent. They fear explaining change. But staying the same just to please others creates inner conflict. Changing your mind is not weakness, it is awareness. The lesson is honest. Update your decisions as you grow. In English, remember this phrase: I changed my mind. Simple, calmly, change is progress. Lesson number 9. Do what makes you happy more often. Happiness is not something you earn later. It is something you practice now. Many people postpone joy. They say later, they say when things improve, they say when I have more time, when I have more money, and etc. But life happens now. Happiness often lives in simple moments: a calm morning, a walk, a music, rest, creation. Doing what makes you happy does not mean ignoring responsibility. It means balancing life. When you ignore joy for too long, life becomes heavy. The advice is gentle and clear. Choose small happiness daily. In English, say this sentence: this makes me happy. Happiness is valid. Joy matters. Lesson number 10. Distance is also a form of boundary. Not every boundary needs words. Some boundaries are silent. Sometimes distance is the healthiest choice. Less contact, less exposure, less explanation. You do not need conflict to create peace. You do not need arguments to protect yourself. Distance allows perspective. Distance allows healing. Distance allows calm. Choosing distance does not mean hate, it means clarity. The lesson is wise. Step back when needed. In English, remember this phrase: I need distance. Distance can be kind. Distance can be powerful. Lesson number 11. You are not responsible for other people's emotions. Read this slowly. You are not responsible for other people's emotions. Listen to it carefully. You can be kind. You can be respectful. You can be considerate. But you cannot control how others feel. And you should not try. Many people carry emotional weight that is not theirs. They feel guilty when others feel sad. They feel anxious when others feel uncomfortable. They feel responsible for fixing everything. This creates exhaustion. This creates tension. This creates confusion. Everyone has their own emotional world, their own reactions, their own stories. When you try to manage emotions that are not yours, you lose connection with yourself. Setting this boundary is powerful. It creates emotional freedom, it creates balance. You are allowed to say no without feeling responsible for disappointment. You are allowed to choose yourself without carrying guilty. The advice is simple and freeing. Care, but do not carry. In English, remember this sentence: this is not mine. Say it calmly. You can't let it go. Lesson number 12. Consistency is a strong boundary. Consistency teaches people how to treat you, not words, actions. What you accept once may become normal. What you accept often becomes expected. When you change your boundaries every day, people get confused and you feel unstable. Consistency creates clarity. Clarity creates respect. Being consistent does not mean being rigid. It means being clear. Clear about what you allow, clear about what you don't allow. You do not need to remind people constantly. Your consistency speaks for you. This boundary is quiet but strong. It builds trust, it builds stability. The lesson here is practical. Decide your standards and stay with them. In English, remember this sentence: this is my standard. Standards protect your peace. Lesson number 13. Rest is not laziness. Rest is not laziness. Rest is intelligence. Your body needs a pause. Your mind needs silence. Your emotion needs space. Many people feel guilty when resting. They think rest means weakness. They think rest means failure. But constant effort without rest leads to burnout. Burnout leads to loss of emotion. Loss of emotion leads to frustration. Rest allows clarity. Rest allows creativity. Rest allows healing. When you rest, you return stronger, more focused, and more present. Respecting rest is a boundary with yourself, a very important one. The advice is calm and clear. Rest before you break. In English, say this sentence: I'm resting now. Say it without shame. Rest is necessary. Lesson number 14. You do not need to be available all the time. You do not need to answer immediately. You do not need to be online all the time. You do not need to respond to everything. Constant availability creates pressure. It creates anxiety. It creates burnouts. Your attention is valuable. Your focus is limited. When you protect your availability, you protect your energy. You are allowed to reply later. You are allowed to disconnect. You are allowed to choose when you engage. This boundary brings calm. It brings control. It brings balance. You do not need all instant access to anyone. Your time is yours. The lesson is modern and necessary. Control your availability. In English, remember this phrase: I'll answer later. Later is acceptable. Later is healthy. Lesson number 15. Self-respect is the foundation of all boundaries. Self respect is the base of every boundary. Without it, boundaries collapse. When you respect yourself, your decisions become clearer, your words become calmer, your actions become stronger. Self respect guides what you accept, it guides what you refuse, it guides how you show up. You teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. This is not about ego, it is about dignity. Choosing self respect every day changes your life slowly but deeply. This boundary affects everything: your work, your relationships, your peace. The advice is final and simple: choose self respect daily. In English, say this sentence: I respect myself. Say it with calm and confidence. That sentence changes everything. So now, take a slow breath and notice how you feel. You stayed, you listened, and without pressure, your English became clearer. Your ears learned new sounds. Your mind learned new patterns. Your confidence grew quietly, naturally. But this was not only about English. This was about awareness, about respect, about choosing yourself. Every word you heard was training your listening. Every pause was building understanding. Here, we don't rush, we don't force, we walk. So, if this moment helped you, if this listening brought you calm, clarity, and confidence, stay with us. Subscribe to the channel, make this space part of your routine, because on the English Boulevard, we don't just learn English, we grow step by step, we rest our peace, we become stronger with calm. Your English is improving, your mind is opening. So take a deep breath and let's keep walking this boulevard together.